Yeah, calm.
Yeah. We're just like these guys. We're alive. Welcome everybody to Never a Foul. I'm here with Ty and Cass, and this is the weekend preview. They say there are no big games, but it looks like Brentford Arsenal is the big game of this weekend. West Ham Chelsea, they're both irrelevant, I guess, at the moment. Ty, aren't they?
Man, boy, you say that, but every win counts, man. And we've got the Merseyside derby on Monday as well. We've got the War of the Roses again, part 2 on Sunday. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this weekend, to be fair. Smash a like, everyone, as well. I see over 30 people here already, so make sure you like in the video, man. Friday, you know what time it is. I love this show because I love the excitement of waiting for bare games to happen. Like, you just know you got Italy, La Liga, Prem, like all till Sunday, Monday, man. So hopefully we win.
Yeah. How are you, Cass? How's your day going? I heard you had a good show, I think yesterday or something, right?
I had like 5 shows yesterday, boy. I had to just get onto some Liverpool fans, innit, thinking they can get giddy. Talk about my fan base and my club, and they don't really want to face reality with their own shit. You know what I mean? Like, Thiago's out injured. Jota's back. Jota hasn't even scored a goal since April last year. Your savior, your messiah. So you're gonna have a shit midfielder for Fabinho, Henderson, and Kate, or you're gonna rely on an 18-year-old to come off the bench or something along those lines. So it's not looking good, is it? Squeaky clean Monday. Let's see.
It's not looking good. But listen, before we move on, guys, let's see. You guys, I need the likes to go up really quickly, please. If you can, hit these like buttons, please, for us. How many likes are we on? This is what I want to check. We are on 49 likes, 50 likes. But I need them to go up. Just check again. But we're going to start with the fixtures right away and see how it is. But how's everybody feeling about this weekend, your team, especially both Man United fans? How are you guys feeling after Leeds? I don't want to start there, but you know what? I'm just forced to start at Leeds. Man United, of course. You're playing away. That was a shit first half, wasn't it? Right? Like, Ty, we didn't talk about that game. Where's the Ten Hag ball?
We spoke about it.
The Ten Hag ball without Casemiro is not Ten Hag ball, it's 9 Hag ball again.
Yeah, man. Do you know what? It just shows when you take one person out of the team, it can make us change. And obviously, we haven't got no one really that picks up the ball from deep, if I'm honest. I'll be honest, Casemiro is not even really that guy that likes to pick up the ball from deep. He plays DM, but he's not actually a ball receiver. That's why Eriksen's been in there a lot, because Eriksen actually likes getting on the ball. That's why I really want De Jong, but that's a combo for another day. But I'll be honest with you, normally when you play a team back-to-back, it can sometimes have a negative effect. I feel like the way we finished the game, the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes, Ten Hag would have learned a lot from that. And I feel like we're going to be better prepared for this second game on Sunday. I'm not saying we're going to go there and win, because obviously anything can happen. They're going to have a bit of a home fan bounce. But I'm actually more confident going into this game Sunday than I was before the other game, just because I feel like the players will know a bit more about Leeds now. Like, what are Leeds really going to change? Not too much. We'll have Sancho coming in, and then hopefully Rashford will go up top again, and instead of Weghorst, and then we can get a positive result, man. So, we have to bounce back. We have to. I'm a bit nervous, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, when I see Rashford, Martial, McTominay, and Anthony's out, maybe for the Barcelona game as well, I do feel like in our season, we haven't had a bit of a testy run like this with the players we've got out. Eriksen even out still. Of course, we can't still forget that. So I feel like Leeds away, Barcelona away without them, and Leicester at home. It's good to have a squad for them type of games, man. So I'm hoping the players can step up, but I'm still cautiously nervous because I feel like this could be I'll see what Cass thinks, but I think when you have like a bad result and then injuries come up, sometimes teams just have a bad week in football. This could be that week, innit?
Yeah. Big up everybody that is here, Cass. Before, I know you want to go on I need to check who is in the chat. Terence is here as well. Dennis, the great, is here as well. Travarelli, the Arsenal fan. And Jamie Phillips, big up Jamie for being here. Jack Napier is here. Wolves F1 FI is here with us. Navajet look like United in trouble at Ellen Road. We'll talk about it. Jaminio, the legend, is here with us. Hope the panel are good. Bailey, of course, Liverpool fans are saying Merseyside are red. We're going to talk about it. Sid, of course, one of our members. Big up Sid for being with us all the time. Tiny Kips 2. and Mustafa, of course, being hero. There's a lot of comments, to be honest, but Cass, I got the injuries on the screen, and Donny van der Beek, Scott McTominay, Casemiro injured, Christian Eriksen, Anthony Martial, and Wan-Bissaka. So you really can't change.
I don't think Wan-Bissaka's not injured.
He said he has a fever. It says he has a fever still. He's doubtful for the game.
Oh, he's got a fever?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah, fever, yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
So how can you change the lineup with this?
I don't know. Look, all I know, yeah, Delo had a better game, and it's not like Delo shit, is he? Like he had nearly 90 minutes under his belt that game, which is gonna do his fitness a world of good. And all I know, when it comes from the first game, your second game's always gonna be better. I think we're gonna go a bit more pragmatic, and Leeds might see the ball a little bit more, which is where I find us most dangerous. See, this is why I don't really care for Sundays, because you've just woken up Ten Hag, bro, and then he's just woken up the team back to reality, innit? See, I think we got 3 lineups that we could possibly go with. In the front line, you could either go Palestri, Sancho, and Rashford, or when you're playing this Weghorst, he needs a winger creator guy near him, right? Not a guy that's going to play inside forwards. Garnacho and Rashford are too inside, not even going to whip balls into him. So you either play Sancho, Weghorst, and Rashford and have it like that, or you play Palestri, Sancho, and Rashford. But which one do you want to use? So what do you want to play, long ball, or do you want to play kind of hold up? It's up to them. They've also got a couple bad injuries as well at this current moment.
Dallas, Rodrigo, Strujic, Roca, Sinistre is done, Liam Cooper, and for sure, this is a lot of injuries.
Yeah, so and I'm meant to be scared of what? Leeds, bro. They're dead food. Let's face it, man. They say, oh, Ellen Rose different, 12th man. I'm not being funny, but they've collected what, 18, 19 points through the season. Why am I scared of someone that's only collected that much through their gaff? You know what I mean? I'm not too fussed. Maybe I should put more respect on them, but I don't, because that second half showed what exactly can happen when you actually start playing. Your DM starts knowing what whoever the DM is knowing what he's doing. I guarantee we go more 4-2-3-1 as well. So I think that's going to play more.
We might even see Lindelof in there, like what you said with the pragmatic approach. You finish the game with Lindelof. He might just say, do you know what? I'm going to go away. I'm going to play Lindelof and just then allow the forward players to actually get in forward positions. Because Mo, like Cass said, the last 20-30, we could see what we was actually doing. And I think if the game goes on 10 minutes longer, we probably get the win. But we just have to go there and play our game. If you think about it, right, Leeds are not going to be much better than what they were. We've already said they've lost a few more players. And we conceded at the start of the first half and the start of the second half. Now, if I'm totally honest with you, in terms of clear-cut chances, I don't remember them having much more. They had little spells on the break, but we broke it down. So Leeds didn't actually create a lot. They caught us cold in the first half, caught us cold in the second half. We're definitely not going to let them do that again, touch wood. So if it comes to 90 minutes and just balance the play, I think we create more chances, which means we can score more goals.
You should. Hold on. You're mixing things about what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the problem with having Sabitzer and Fred or McTominay in that midfield is that basically Bruno Fernandes has to drop deep, which is he did and me and Cass talked about this yesterday. He has to drop deep to get the ball.
He didn't in the second half.
He didn't because Leeds dropped deep. The problem is start the game,
because there was an empty gap in the middle of the field, Mo. The first
So who's gonna fill it, Cass? That's my question. In
this
game, who's gonna fill it then?
Are going to be Fred and Sabitzer will both play, but it's either one of them is going to drop deeper. So in the first half, what I saw was a massive gaping hole. Yeah, in the middle of our field. That's why we got count. As soon as he put someone in there, he dropped Fred from the high line as they come back. Sabitzer, you collect the ball and then rotate it, and that's what happened in the second half. That's why we dominated, because the midfield without Roca is defenseless, bro. Like honestly, that guy is serious. I don't care about the other American Don. So Roca is for me is the guy that's just stay there, don't do nothing. Tyler Adams, good luck.
The physicality. What about the physicality? Tyler Adam McKennie, to be honest, that physical battle in the midfield, he won that physical battle.
They did. But then when we started playing ball, for me, what we saw was Bruno more hugging towards the right-hand side or the left-hand side and let Sabitzer or Fred run through the middle. We had all the ball second half after their second goal, and that was it. As soon as you made them changes, you put a couple technical players in there for me anyways, like your Sanchos, your Palestris. You got ball retention now. Now you can get further up the field. That's why he needs to make a decision. What do you want? And I think we can't afford to not have Palestri. I know it sounds mad because he's young, or Sancho in there, because we need to have control and some people that can hold the ball or not lose the ball in vital areas. You get what I'm saying?
I see the fact. To be honest, I think it's Rashford on the left, Cass.
It has to be.
If you play Rashford on the left, forget who plays forward, forget who plays right side. You play Rashford on the left, the oppositions are scared.
Yeah, but
It's
I
as
don't.
simple as that. They're
You know what it
scared.
is though with their centre backs? They never. You know, in the second half, did you not notice how they hated that long ball through to Rashford? Every single time they
Yeah,
dropped.
they only just got it. Like they kept slipping and just getting it, and I was like, oh, like it was just off.
I'd personally refresh Vegas. I think, look, you played loads of minutes, bro. Like, take a step back for a minute. Then maybe come on. If we win a 2-0, then you can come on. Just do your thing because your pressing is very good. Are we going to get enough? My question is, look, to round off on the Leeds and the Man
Yes.
United thing.
Yep.
If you're going to play Vegas, are
Yeah,
you going to play a winger who's going to cross the damn ball? Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I like his hold up. I mean, his link up play and everything. But are you going to use his height for what his height's really used for? And that's good in the air.
Yeah, but Rashford scores. So, you know what? On the watch along,
Rashford
I
doesn't
kept
cross the
saying,
ball.
why is he taking Vegas and now starting crossing and Rashford scored? But I said, you would have won this game if you took one of the midfielders out and skipped Vegas because you had 20 crosses in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, he was perfect for the last 20
Yeah,
minutes. I
that's
thought that.
Like, they
But
were
then
pinned back
again,
and,
we can say that. But then when we took Weghorst off and then Rashford scored, and then we started having momentum, you could say that's because Weghorst wasn't on the pitch, and you know sometimes his ability to link up in that, but he can't turn and run, he can't really dribble with the ball and stuff like that. We had a few more players dropping in the pockets, which caused more of a threat. So sometimes you can say, you can start crossing after, but then would you be getting in the positions to cross if you didn't have sort of the movement of Rashford up top and stuff, which gives up Sancho and Pelestri more time and space. I just want to answer a question quickly. Big up everyone. Make sure you like in the video, by the way. Over 100 here. I don't agree. I like Rance, by the way. I get along with him, but I don't agree that you come for an 18-year-old and say that he's not ready to wear the shirt or he can hold smoke. At the end of the day, if he had scored, this is how I look at it. He had that chance where he got cleared off the line. If he scores that, everyone's saying he probably had a great game or whatever because he missed a couple of chances and then he didn't really beat his man 1v1. Yes, every winger at 18 can't have a great game all the time, but I don't think he should be getting criticised. You know, this will hopefully only make him stronger, and hopefully Ten Hag spoke to him because I'm not a fan of that, if I'm totally honest. I think he's a young player, and he's got vital assists, by the way, against Man City. He scored a winner against Fulham, so he's shown that he can impact games. And because he has one bad game now, it's like you can hold smoke. I like Rance, but I disagree with that angle on him, to be honest, on Garnacho.
People hit that like button for me, please. If you're here, we got 120 people, and we just need the likes to go up to 100 if you can, please. That would help us massively. So, second game I wanted to talk about, to be honest, is Arsenal Brentford. It's kind of a sticky game for Arsenal, but also Brentford though away at the Emirates. Are they gonna stick to what they have been doing the last like few weeks? I want to show you guys something about like this. So this is the predicted lineup. Ivan Toney is still allowed to play football, by the way. They got everybody. Edin Ketia. So Arsenal are expected to have their strongest lineup. I have it on the screen in front of you. And then Brentford as well. However, if you want to look at this, Brentford, I think they lost one game in the last 9. One game. And they won, I think, 6. While Arsenal coming from back-to-back losses. And that's... Who's more confident going into this game? Arsenal should be scared a little bit.
You know what's mad? I was on Troops' thing yesterday, which got released today, and Zar, he was saying that he's not even confident about this game. Like, and I'm thinking, how do you not have confidence? Look, they rotated 6, 7 players against City?
Yeah.
6, 7 players in the starting lineup, and last game out, they got caught off. It happens. Maybe manager bounce, maybe this or that. Maybe they just didn't play so well. But what have you known from Arsenal is when they lost against us, they went on a mad run. They drew against Southampton, blip, everyone thought, yeah, here it comes, went on a mad run. So now they've just lost to Everton. I'm pretty sure, especially with the amount of games they have at home coming up and the fixtures they do, I'm pretty sure they're gonna whoop them. Like, I get it, Brentford didn't have Toney and that, but they still went to their gaff and smashed them 3-0. So I don't see where Brentford can do the counter attack. They're gonna have to defend really, really well. Like, that's the only way for me. But I think maybe Arsenal will start too strong for them and they'll just get the early goal or something. I think they'll just probably be just way too much. But Brentford are a very good team, innit? They might do a smash and grab thing. But I can't see it at the Emirates this season time, man.
Yeah, do you know what? It's actually mad. I'm just sitting and thinking, yeah, man, I'm agreeing with a lot of what you're saying because I was just chatting to my boy at work. He's got a season ticket at Arsenal. He's going to the game tomorrow. And then we're talking about the game. And I said, if Arsenal score early, Mo, then I think the game's done. But if Brentford can drag it out through the first 30 minutes, they're physical. They'll get chances on the break. Also, by the way, if we watched their game, I know we all did a few weeks ago when they played Liverpool and like their late kickoff, the crosses they were putting in from the corners were a joke thing. I've never seen anything so dangerous. So if they can get themselves in a position, they'll be a threat. But I'll be honest with you, I saw a stat earlier, yeah, and it was Arsenal has scored the most goals in under the first 30 minutes. They're used to scoring goals quickly. And I think if they do at home against Brentford, the second and third will come. And I think Brentford won't really be able to get out of the hole, if I'm honest. I think Arsenal will dominate possession. If they score early, they'll just keep the onslaught going. It's just whether Brentford can weather that storm, get their set pieces, make it a bit physical, hit them on the break. Because I don't think, Mo, there's a team, many like Brentford, that you want to go 1-0 down to. That's the thing. If we're chilling and then it's like, 25 minutes in, Brentford are 1-0 up, I'll be like, okay, because Arsenal will have to show something to break them down twice.
I want to give you a scenario, Mo. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now, if even people in the comments, yeah, I think Firmino just said that Brentford haven't lost in 11 league games. I think since they lost 4 to Villa. I don't see more than a 2. Yeah. So okay, cool. If Brentford do win, are we going to start thinking, shit, this might actually be the crumble? Even a draw at the Emirates is not good enough.
Because they play City 3 days later, innit?
And then they play, and then somehow the mental gains start coming in, thinking like, oh, fuck me. This could be a real crumble now. Like, this could really be it. Do you reckon it'll be like, all that talk about Arsenal, about the mentality changes, does that just get nulled? Like, as in, it's null and void, done out. This is it.
Half the world now, Cass, is talking. So the problem is, if you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would say Arsenal will smash Brentford at home. No matter how good Brentford will be, Arsenal will win this game because they are mentality monsters this year. The Man United game, we saw that, the comeback and all this stuff, right? But then against Man City, we forget that Arsenal, for 35 minutes, played their strongest lineup in the second half, and they created nothing, right? The kids dominated Man City in the first half. Second half, Arsenal were not good. Against Everton, people think Everton, it was a smash and grab. Everton outplayed Arsenal. Sean Dyche out-tactic Arteta. As we saw in the midfield, they dominated the midfield. It's not one chance. Actually, Everton created 3 clear-cut chances to score. One of them is if Calvert-Lewin was a little bit taller, he would have scored that one in the first half. I'm not as confident about Arsenal as I was 2 weeks ago because I have seen this scenario before. I have seen this movie before. And these kids, the Arsenal players, are brilliant. But you guys know the lowest average age in the Premier League. So their captain is 22 years old or 23 years old. It needs a lot of work from Arteta to get these guys back on track. So I agree with you, Cass. They're going to go nervous into the game. They're not going to be confident. However, if they score early, everything comes back. Everything.
Can I ask you then, Mo, like, are you saying that it's going to take a lot of work for Arteta if they lose the game, or you're going to say it's taken a lot between now and kickoff?
Between now and kickoff. For Arteta.
Why? Because I don't agree.
2 games in a row losing. One of them is against a team like Everton, who are similar to Brentford in terms of like the physicality, putting the effort on the pitch and stuff. He needs to make sure that his players, if they, as you said, they score the most goals in the first 30 minutes. He needs to make sure that if they don't score early, they don't get nervous. And that psychological effect. You know what I'm talking about? You know, he needs to prepare the team that you don't have to score early to win games. You can still do the same job. You can still just do the same work, and the goals are going to come. You're playing at the Emirates. I'm just afraid that if Arsenal don't score early, they start getting nervous. And we know throw-ins, corners for Brentford, they can just do this all game. They can. Brentford can do this all game. That's what I'm worried about. I want Arsenal to listen. For people say I want Arsenal to lose and stuff like this in the comments, the Arsenal fans. I don't. I want Arsenal to lose for one reason. The more compact the top, the more exciting the Premier League. And for me, this is what I want.
I hear you. But the thing is, I think there's a difference. I think before the kickoff is where I disagree with you, because Arsenal have lost their 2 games, right? But Everton was at Goodison Park and Man City was at the Etihad. So this is like their first proper home game since then. I feel like their home record is very good. I feel like the crowd will get behind them. They know what's at stake, putting the pressure on City. So I don't feel like Arteta will have to drill them to say, right, let's get you going. They will be wanting to go out on that pitch and perform. I think then your second point in terms of if they don't score in the first 30 minutes, then Arteta's got to keep them cool. That's not something you talk about before the game. That's something in game management. We talk about Ten Hag making subs the other day against Leeds and changing the game. If they don't score in the first 30 minutes, that's when Arteta's on the touchline saying, keep calm, play your football. But that doesn't come into frame now because we're not in the 30th minute of the game. They could be 2-0 up by 30 minutes. I think at the start of the game, you're talking about go out there, play your football. We're confident at home. And then it comes to that situation when you're in it. So I agree and I disagree. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get what you're saying. People think I have association with Chelsea. Listen, I've been labeled Inter fan, Chelsea fan.
Spurs, Chelsea,
and also like I have an agenda
people.
against City, I have an agenda against United, I have an agenda against. That's why I'm called Judge Mo. I'm like, I just call it what I see. But anyway, this Arsenal team, your predictions, Cass, quickly. What do you think? How do you think the game is gonna go?
An Arsenal game, I think they win 3-1. And I think Brentford scored the first goal too.
Oh, that'd be good for Arsenal. Do you know what? If they win if they come from 1-0 down and win 3-1, that's better than for their confidence than winning 2-0, which I think it'll be. I think it'll just be a solid home win. But I'm hoping Ivan Toney and Burmo can do something, man. Come on.
If you ask me to put the money on, I would definitely put the money on Arsenal, of course. 100%. Arsenal will win this game 3-1, as Cass said. 3-1. They will score 3 goals. There's nothing in it. What else? There is. I want to talk about Man City though against Aston Villa.
Sunday though, I think Leicester. What about Leicester Tottenham first?
Leicester Tottenham. This is going to be a very exciting game. Right?
I like this game.
Yeah. Leicester Tottenham. Let's see the form and the lineups for both teams. So the expected lineups, of course, is Emerson Royal. Cass's favorite player is gonna start instead of Pedro Porro, of course. Højbjerg, Perisic is in, Son, Bentancur, everybody, right? But however, they don't have Romero, and I'm not sure if he's suspended for 1 or 2 games. But Leicester, man, talk to me about Leicester. Talk to me about the form. They won 1 game in the last 5. However, that last game was away against Villa. They play at home now. Is that their time to gain momentum?
Perfect time to play Spurs. I really do. I said with Leicester, Brendan Rodgers, they need to stick with him. I'm glad they actually have. And you know what? Yeah, that win against Villa is good because I know Villa made a lot of individual mistakes, right? But Unai Emery, they're a team that like to, he keeps his team compact. You don't see them getting smacked up really 4-2 and stuff like that. So I think with James Maddison back, Yuri Tielemans now fully fit, Iheanacho came in and done well. You got Tete from Lyon, who looks like a very nice addition, looks quick, cuts in on his left foot, pacey, scored on his debut. You got Sutar as well at centre back, and then you got Christensen. So when you actually think of the Leicester team from a month ago to the Leicester team from now, it's looking better, man. And I think after the win last week against Villa, that home crowd are going to be raring to go because I feel like for the first time this season, they're going to be looking at their starting 11 thinking, do you know what? We can actually go out there and win. Your boy Harvey Barnes, Mo, like Barnes and Tete on the wing, Vardy or Iheanacho, and then you got Maddison and Tielemans there. Without Romero for Spurs are still not that convincing. Let's not gas it up. And Lloris. You know what I mean? Let's not gas it up. Spurs beat City last week. Spurs have beaten City at home the last few seasons. So that doesn't really change anything for me. That's a fixture they just know how to win. It doesn't mean Spurs are all of a sudden playing great football and Spurs are going to go on a run of winning 10 games. We all know Spurs can win last week and go and lose tomorrow. So, do you know what? I'm going with a Leicester win. Come on, the Foxes.
Cass, no Lloris, Forster coming in, no Romero. How shaky that defense will be, man.
I don't like it. I think, Romero's not even there. He's sent off, in it. So
yes,
he's not even there.
is injured for.
Lloris is injured. Who else is there? Emerson Royal. He had a great one. Now he's gonna have a stinky one.
Davison Sanchez coming in.
Bissouma's injured. By the way, so
they got a new boy
off the bench.
I think Leicester are on a decent little run. They're one of them little runs again, innit? Let me actually check on them.
They won their FA Cup game as well.
So they won against Walsall, innit? Right? They beat Aston Villa. They drew against Brighton. I know they lost against Forest and lost against Newcastle, but I'm thinking
that's before, innit?
Last few games since they got some more players in, I think they're doing well. Maddison's back. They got a new boy. They got a new boy in the wing.
Yeah.
I think they can really hurt the Spurs team on a counter attack because I think if the Spurs team come out flying again, I think they can really do some damage. Bissouma's out as well, so they're quite limited. But I'm not gonna disrespect Spurs too much right now because they got Kulusevski, they got Porridge come off the bench, they got Danjuma now. Harry Kane,
If
Like to
Kane.
score
Mm.
for fun these days. Heung-min Son, I don't know. He had a decent game out last. I'm still not convinced. Then midfield, Højbjerg just had a great game. Will he be solid? Can Madison get around that? I think I might favour Madison. So I'm maybe more than likely Spurs are going to get a result. But I thought Leicester would win. I think there might be a draw written over this. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's just a 2-2 draw kind of thing. I think Spurs might go down a goal or something and come back.
Mm.
You get what I mean? That's I see it being a kind of a cagey, boring game. I'll be so real. It's just does Leicester have the tooth and nail to fight through it, because the
Yeah,
defense
I think
doesn't
Leicester will
convince
have
me.
the ball cast, and I think Spurs will try and counter-attack him with the
I just don't
Kulusevski,
believe
Son
in.
and
I
Kane.
don't believe in Faze and whoever else is at centre back for them at the current time.
Oh, Harry Sucha, the guy, the Australian, the giant, the Australian guy.
Mm.
He's a new guy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
a new
but yeah, I
guy.
don't believe in their back line, and I don't believe in their keeper either. And I would believe more in Harry Kane to actually do them dirty. You know, one good ball in the air, that's it. Harry Kane's eating that, man.
You
And
know,
Dini's back
I
though.
think Harry Sucha scored an own goal or something last
Yeah, he
game.
did. He was unlucky,
Okay,
man. He
and
was
then
unlucky.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
heard this
yeah,
like
yeah.
FaZe looked at him, was about to scream or yell at him, and then he remembered what he did against Liverpool, and he's like, you know what? I better not. You remember FaZe scored 2 own goals against Liverpool and kept him that game.
Facts. What do you
But
think, Mo? What do you think on the game? To be fair, because
I
Conte,
actually,
your boy, you know, Conte, your boy's back on the touchline as well.
yeah. I think, you know how much I like James Maddison, and I think it's a big factor having him on the pitch. Like, he can make something happen. He's like, I'm not comparing him to Harry Kane in terms of style of play, but you know, like that player that can bring something out of nothing. You could just give him the ball and he can play that pass, and Iheanacho find himself 1-on-1 or something. And I have zero faith in Davinson Sanchez. Like, I don't, like, as much as Cass said he doesn't trust the defense of Leicester, Davinson Sanchez has 2 or 3 mistakes every game in him. And also Forster cannot play from the back, man. Like, the guy cannot pass the ball. So they're going to just play long balls. And I don't see Spurs winning with long balls. Just they need to play the ball through Højbjerg and Bentancur. However, the momentum of Spurs, I see Spurs winning this game 2-1. Like scoring and goal, and then Leicester coming back, and then Spurs nicking one from a corner or a set piece or something at the end of the game, which is what they do sometimes when they go on these unbeaten runs, what they did last season. But we'll see. You know what? Spurs are coming close to Man United and Newcastle, to be honest, after the draw against Leeds. However, they're very inconsistent. So I don't know. Like, if you ask me any other guy, I can't predict the score here. I can't. It's very hard with this Spurs.
It's gonna be a good game. I'm looking forward to that one, actually.
Yes,
That's
absolutely, 100%, 100%. What else we have? West Ham, Chelsea. No, West Ham, Chelsea, man. Like, West Ham, Chelsea, though, it's a very strange game. What do you guys think? Like, Chelsea for Enzo, Ziyech again. With all this, Ziyech is gonna start, or do you think Sterling is gonna start this game? What do you guys think?
Sterling got injured today.
Again, okay,
Yeah, he got a kick in training or something, so he's not gonna be in the squad.
Oh my God! I'm gonna show the predicted lineups on the screen. Gallagher again in the midfield. Mason Mount, Chilwell is gonna start finally. Mudryk, Ziyech, Havertz, and the injuries are Fofana, N'Golo Kante, Kovacic, Zakaria, Mendy, Broya, Pulisic, and as you guys said, it looks like Sterling is injured again. I have no faith in Chelsea.
Declan Rice versus Enzo, the battles of the midfielders that Chelsea wanted. Chelsea's probably still want Declan. Let's see what he can do up against that Chelsea midfield, which isn't that great. Let's be honest. Obviously, you've got runners in Mount and Gallagher are going to try and run beyond him. And then you've got the technical player in Enzo. Let's see how Declan Rice can stand up, deal with them. Can he impose himself, him and Paqueta? I don't think both teams are scoring enough goals, so I actually don't think it'll be high scoring. I think West Ham will get chances though. Jared Bowen on the break. Antonio is still a bit of a bully. Him against Thiago Silva and stuff like that. But I just see it being low scoring, man. But I'm very intrigued to watch that midfield battle. I want to see how Enzo takes on West Ham, and I want to see how West Ham with Declan Rice takes on Chelsea, because I'm not saying this is a trial for Declan Rice because we all know what he can do. But in terms of Graham Potter and that club looking at him, he will want to impress. That is the truth. He will want to impress, and there's no bigger time than a 12:30 kickoff on TV.
Listen, Cass, who do you have? Do you have faith in any of these players? I know you love Enzo Fernandez. Do you have faith of any of the players at Chelsea? Any?
I think Felix changes the whole dynamic of everything. I'll be so honest. It's going to allow a lot more space, a lot more control, a lot more creative freedom as well. You know what I mean?
Do you
So
think
I
he
just think
starts the
that's
game right
I
away?
think he goes straight in and starting 11.
I think they got no choice. What you got to do? Stick Kai Havertz up there again. That stinks as shit. Like, I think they need to put that Madueke back on. And what, Sterling definitely not playing?
Yeah, he got a kick, man. I think he might go Felix, Mudryk, and Havertz.
Yeah, he's going to have to go. No, I think he should go Mudryk, Madueke, and Felix, Madueke, and Mudryk. Go for that. That's a front. That's a proper front three there. You got left-footed right winger. Or
He don't
left
have a
winger.
striker.
Joao Felix can go there, G. He can play false nine. Since when do you need to play striker in this day and age? You don't need a proper number 9. They need goals though, but that's why I think maybe their wingers can chip in with that kind of stuff. Maybe Mason Mount can play as more of an advanced 8 and play nearer to Joao Felix and link up that way because he has got a goal in him. It just depends. They need a DM back, man, of some sort. They need that. They need what's his name, Zakaria back, so Enzo Fernandez can do his thing. Whilst Enzo Fernandez is the deepest player, collecting the ball and everything, you're not gonna really see a great Chelsea midfield. They have to be heavily reliant on others chipping in with goals. Their defense is one of the best right now as well, in my opinion. Thiago Silva signed a new contract.
Yeah.
You know,
Badiashile
Badiashile, and now they got a fitter version of Reece James and Chilwell. And Kepa's one of the best goalkeepers in the league right now.
Kepa, yeah, I don't know how this guy just
He's just on
revived
good
his
form.
career like this. Yeah,
Gallagher plays like he's on speed. Like honestly, the guy's done. I don't know what it is. That guy's got a touch
what
of.
is he good at? What is he good at? Running
I
around?
don't
There's
know.
A lot of
Yes,
people running
yes.
around.
It's like Ander Herrera when he first came to United with the pressing thing, running after everybody. It's like, what you doing, bro?
No, but
That's
Andy
why-
Herrera
Yeah.
at least was a good tackler.
No,
Do you know
no,
what the funny thing is? If you have to say that someone's best trait in a Premier League team like Chelsea is their running, then there's a problem.
Yeah, you
But
can't.
that's what people
I
say
heard.
about Mason Mount.
I heard you can't play Gallagher and Mount next to each other. Find another solution. Look,
Mhm.
there are players. I'm pretty sure there are players within that squad that have a solution. I'm hearing right that Enzo and Gallagher are going to play next to each other against West Ham. Who the hell are you going to put in the 10? Is he going to put Joao Felix and Kai Havertz to play with each other down the middle? Maybe
He's
that
gonna
might be a
put Joao
thing.
Felix as a 10.
Or is he going to put Kai Havertz behind? Play him in
What,
his
Mason
actual
Mount
position.
goes where? On the wing?
Drop him. He's shit right now.
His form is so bad. It's
Him or Gallagher
unbelievable.
is piss poor, bruv. You can't have Cobham FC trying to run up that gaff anymore. Like they.
I don't know if he drops, man. I just
But
feel like it's one of his...
I think Mount just offers more than Gallagher. Way more. I just think Gallagher's a peak. I can't lie. Look, he's a young player. I'm not even going to start slagging him off a little bit. He's got a lot to prove, and he's been thrown in a deep end, and he can't handle it. You've got your wish. You haven't taken your chance. You're not good enough. On your boat next summer. That's it. That's it for me. So
Yeah.
I think you either choose one of them and stick with one of them. Because Potter's always changing the team. I mean, Potter's keeping the same 11 all the time and not changing it enough. And I think Chelsea fans are also getting frustrated with the fact that he's not. Put the new ballers on. Let's see what they can do. Go out there and get us some damn points because they need to. As Lewis says, they want the 40-point mark. You know, they don't. That's it.
Let me show.
What
the
about
people
West
the
Ham
form.
though, Mo? Like,
I
asking
want to
you,
see
they've
the form. Okay, Chelsea's form.
Yeah.
1 win in the last, I think, 7 or 6. In front of the screen, guys, there's 1 win in the last 5. For West Ham, bro, they lost 1 game against Wolves, and you know, if you guys remember that game, it was a really smash and grab from Wolves that game. 1-0. And they won Derby County in the cup. They won against Everton. They drew against Newcastle away. They won against Brentford. I think that was in the cup as well, right? 1-0.
Yep.
So West Ham are actually not in the worst form of their season.
And they got a draw against Newcastle, who, yes,
Yeah.
Newcastle had taken a dip, but they went to Newcastle and they actually played pretty well. Like, it wasn't an undeserved draw. They actually, like, went there and tried taking it to them, tried creating chances. So I feel like we saw it last week. We saw it literally last week. Everton took on, you know, an Arsenal team. Obviously, yes, new manager bounce. I get it. I know the West Ham haven't got a new manager bounce, but David Moyes has kind of got the confidence back in the players again. He nearly lost him. A month ago, he nearly lost him. I feel like 12:30, West Ham with, you know, Bowen, Antonio, and a few of their key players back. Even Aguard, who the Moroccan, sorry. He looks very good.
For good.
Oh
yeah,
my God!
Hey, was I not raving about him?
Yeah, that tackle last week. That tackle last week.
This guy,
he was man of the match, wasn't he? And the Newcastle game was man of the match.
The tackle last week was the best tackle this season. That last ditch tackle for Wilson for me last week, probably the best tackle I've seen.
It kind of reminds me of Lisandro Martinez's one. Not it was kind of similar, but Naya Forgood had to make up more ground, innit? Well, I think we made it against Palace. Naya Forgood was, if not, top 5 3 centre backs in Liga and last season for Rennes. That team is special, man. That kid's special as well.
It's a good team,
He's gonna
man.
get a big. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a big move. I
And
wouldn't be
he's been
surprised
injured,
if
and he's been injured like up until the World Cup, basically. So West Ham fans haven't really had like a good taste of seeing him. Now they are. He's in form. So yeah, it's a good time for West Ham to play Chelsea because obviously Chelsea are not in form and still they're trying to find their best formation and they're trying to score goals, which they're not doing. You can defend well, but you can get clean sheets and draws, but you're not winning games because you're not scoring. So I think it's set up to be an interesting game, in it.
Listen, for me, I still like if you ask me who's favorites for this game, especially being at home for West Ham, I would say West Ham. I don't know who you guys are.
I agree, Mo. See West Ham and Chelsea, that's the old firm derby right there as well. These fans they're not gonna forget this. That ground might be spaced away from the pitch, but
these guys are gonna be on it, man. Like, listen,
they're gonna be on it. It's gonna be
Lucas Paqueta, I think he is the most technical player on the pitch. Him and Joao Felix, and Lucas Paqueta now has been getting consistently good games every week with West Ham. Him and Declan Rice next to each other because now it's a different lineup a little bit for them. They play 2 in the midfield only instead of that 3, and then they play 3 in the back. Lucas Paqueta has been good, and for somehow David Moyes he knows now how to use him.
Yeah, I think it's weird because it was only a week ago when like Lawless wanted Moyes out. He probably still does, to be fair. And now if he picks up results, we're not going to hear it, and rightfully so, to be fair, because he was on a shit spin. But David Moyes doing all right for them right now. They're picking up some form of last season, which is good for them. Because I weirdly look, my dad's look, my second team is Millwall, in it, like it is. I should hate West Ham, but yeah. My dad supports them and everything, in it.
Oh shit!
But I can never be a Millwall fan. It just wasn't embedded in me to support them because my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I should hate them, but I don't. I quite like this West Ham team. But all I'm going to be hearing is a lot of Chelsea, but we're blowing bubbles. That's all you're going to hear all game. Honestly, and something about a cat being kicked by Zuma. And that's it. You know, that was Chelsea boy as well. I think it's going to be a good game. I actually really like it. And I hope it's fiery as well because I think I ain't seen a Chelsea fired up team. They should be fired up for this game. 100%. If not, I'm asking questions again of Graham Potter. Can he really do anything with this team? Because they need a result more than ever. And I'm sorry, when Luis Enrique and Mancini's lurking about, someone's there, mate.
Yeah, do we think when do we think his time is up, Cass? When do we think his time is up?
He's getting to the end of the season.
He's getting to the end of the season. I don't think Todd B gives a flying toss about what happens at this moment. Let's see what you can do in the first start of the season. Give yourself a pre-season. Get the players collected. Let's see what you can do. And I don't think you'll have a lot of games.
Gets until January next year, the next window. Before that, they'll chop him or not.
I think they'll give him till the end of August.
What, before the season even starts?
Yeah, the season will start.
Oh, it'll be 3 weeks in. Okay,
yeah, it'll be 3 weeks in.
He starts off 4.
Yeah.
If they lose the first few.
If they lose a couple draws and a loss, a win, and if it's a win, draw and lost a couple games more, but I can't see him seeing out September if that's the case. 100% not. There's too many games.
Gonna be interesting, man.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Like every time Chelsea play, I don't trust them, to be honest. I don't trust Chelsea at all, to be honest. Not even a bit. But anyway, listen, 180 people here, guys, and we haven't even got to 150 likes, guys. Come on, just hit that like button for us. I want the counter to go up, please. 150 likes, please. In the next 5 minutes, just check, double check again underneath your live chat. If you're on a cell phone, underneath your live chat, it looks like this. It's free. The one next, you guys want to talk about Newcastle and Bournemouth or something? I think
I don't mind talking about that game. Mate, if there's a team that should just get gone already, mate, it's Bournemouth, innit? It is Bournemouth.
It signed quite a lot of man though, Cass. This might be a funny game, you know. They've got a few little wingers and that now and stuff like that. It might be one of them.
They got a couple IC3s now, yeah. So
a couple man from the French league as well. Like them, so you know them. You know when they just sign them random borders, you're thinking you're too good to be at Bournemouth. I'm hoping it's one of them ones where them man just turn up with a flair and they just do something because Eddie Howe's going back to his former club as well. Let's not even forget that. Like, you know what I mean? It feels like he's never been at Bournemouth.
But he never left on bad terms, though.
Never left on bad terms. You know, they're going to be dry. They're going to be fueled up.
I think
that's the thing. 5:30, Saturday, floodlights, Eddie Howe, former club. Bournemouth are going to be psyched up. They've got new players who don't really know about that sort of, he's the ex-manager. They're going to go there and want to perform. So Newcastle are not scoring goals. Like, it's not a gimme. I know Newcastle should win maybe 1-0, 2-0, but this Newcastle team aren't convincing me. And us three even said it on a show 2 weeks ago. We were like, they might go on a blip or draw a couple games. Look, they've drawn against Newcastle. Drawn against West Ham last week. They then need to beat Bournemouth. And then I think next week after that, they've got Liverpool. Like, it's not gimmies. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know it's for me, Mo? Yeah.
Mhm.
Newcastle have to travel from the top of England to the bottom of England. Do you understand? And I
Now
think
be
that
careful. Remember, Pep moaned about the travelling.
Yeah, it's not just about that as well. I think it does play a big factor because we saw them go down in the first game against Southampton where they quite struggled, if we're being honest. And it's a long distance for Newcastle fans, and Newcastle itself.
You've got to go down today, Cass.
It's like it's like a 5-hour drive or something stupid.
It's an
6-hour drive.
overnight sleep thing. It's got to be.
Yeah. So I hear it, but Newcastle are struggling for goals. They're struggling for goals. And even with Anthony Gordon and that, they still don't have Bruno Gomes, bear in mind. They got their dictator. This could be a compact game, but I wouldn't put it past Newcastle to go and get a win in a 90th minute or be 2-0 up comfortably, even in the first half. Because if one goal does go in for Newcastle, sorry, Bournemouth, I don't have any sort of hope that you're going to get back into this game. You're not going to score many goals. If you're going to score any goals, you're probably going to score one goal against them only. You know, Nick Pope has conceded a couple lately. They have. Maybe it's a sign of being tired or something's on their heads, in their brains. I don't know, but...
Cup final, Cass.
Huh?
Maybe the cup finals in the head. Eddie Howe said he's like sort of banned it from them talking about it in the training ground or something I see today. Like, he doesn't want them focusing on that. They've got a job to do.
Oh, then that clearly tells me there's something going on. I don't think you should do that, to be fair. I get it, ban it, but then it's like when your mum tells you can't do this as a kid, but you're so tempted to go do it.
You're going to do it anyway when he's not around.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think Newcastle should win this comfortably, man. They should win this comfortably.
If they want to get top 4, you have to win games like this. That's the best way to.
I think this could be.
I don't think it's tough against like Bournemouth with like fighting the relegation. This is what you guys talk about, right?
I do.
This is what you talk about. End of the season, these small teams are like, respectfully, they want points. They're at their ground. This is their chance to gain points for this relegation.
Old manager, like they're gonna want to win.
I
Exactly.
hear it. I hear it. But I haven't seen this new form Bournemouth team for me to witness anything that makes me feel they're gonna do something. You get me?
Yeah, so, and you know what I agree with Cass as well in the aspect of maybe Newcastle nicking a 1-0, 2-0 Mo. Their defense is solid, and if other teams that are better than Bournemouth can't break them down, how are Bournemouth going to score 2 or 3, which they'll need to probably win the game? I think it'll be a tight game, but I think in the end Newcastle just scrap it out.
They should have too much. They should have too much quality for them. I'll be so honest. I'll be so real. I don't know what system Bournemouth are going to play. I don't even know who their manager is these days. I don't know. I don't really know much about them, so I can't really say much except I know they're down in the league, and I don't even know what their form is. But I can't. They're probably not that great, is it?
No, it's right that they haven't won in like ages, like
bro. And that's what I need to know, man.
I have in front of me, and because I'm sharing in the box, you guys like know that I'm sharing the form of the teams. And just the last 5 games, Bournemouth have lost 4 and drew 1 against Forest 1-1. And that game Forest should have won, to be honest, that game. They have been atrocious, to be honest. Also, the way they play football is just so championship way of like running, but no quality. You know, like Forest in the beginning of the season? Now, it looks exactly the same. And I don't think they're going to... I'm not sure. They're not going to get the point, but they're not going to get 3 points, but I see them like getting a draw or something, you know, like set pieces and just fighting. And also, Cass keeps saying, Newcastle struggling for goals. So they can score 1 and concede 1, and this is it. 1-1. If I'm putting my money, I'm putting money on a draw this game.
Again, what, the 11th draw of the season?
Exactly. I'm putting my money on a draw this year.
Damn. How times have changed.
It's drying out, Cass. It is for them. It is.
Kendall, times are changing.
Yeah. But here's the problem with Newcastle. It's the last thing I'm going to say about Newcastle. They draw this game. They play Liverpool next game. If they don't win these 2 games, Brighton and Spurs are lurking. Brighton, they don't have a tough run. They're lurking. And also Brighton play Newcastle soon.
Do another spanner in there, Mo. Do another spanner. If they don't beat Bournemouth and then don't beat a Liverpool team, which might have Jota and even Van Dijk potentially back by then, they then go into the cup final the week after without good form. And also, secondly, the teams that are not playing in the cup final, which is obviously Man United, the rest of their rivals are playing. So Brighton and Spurs could then win again and then all of a sudden they could lose a cup final, and then they're coming back fighting for
Fulham
in
seventh,
the space of 3 weeks. They could be 7th in the space of 3 weeks if they don't find. Do you know what I'm saying? Small things here, man.
Yeah, like Jack here, one of our members. Thank you for the question. Jack is saying they have Wilson and Isaac, and I don't understand why they are struggling to score. Both are bowlers because they don't. Again, we keep saying this. They don't have a number 8. Or they don't have a number 10 that create. The creativity only comes from the sides. Only.
Yeah.
So that's predictable. You know what I mean? Like
Trippier is one of their biggest creators. He's right back.
And Almiron crosses, Willock from the left. But they don't have an actual number 8 like a Madison. Like you guys have Bruno Fernandes. Man City have Kevin De Bruyne. Even Spurs, they have Kulusevski coming inside, crossing, creating something from the middle, and Harry Kane.
Totally agree.
They don't have that guy in the middle that can create anything. Cass is screaming for Bruno Guimaraes to be released, to go higher on the pitch. And that's why he has been saying. But I don't think he's the answer. They needed a Madison.
No, I think they need a Madison in the summer. I generally think they go in and
imagine that, bro. I'd have Madison, Bruno Guimaraes, and a proper hard.
And then they get and then sign a DM. Yeah,
just all you need is a clean-up guy. Go get Alvarez from flipping Ajax aside.
You know what? If they imagine they
get Polina from Fulham.
Bro, just about to say that. I was about to
Imagine that.
Polina, Bruno, and Madison midfield. Oh my goodness,
disgusting. You're not getting the ball ever.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I said. If they were serious, they made a mistake by not going for Madison this winter instead of Anthony Gordon. They should have put the 50 million, 60 million pounds.
He was injured though. They wouldn't have passed the medical.
Yeah, that's the problem again. But
if I'm Man United, I'm going to get Saint Maximin, bro, just so as an extra option. I don't care, bro. He's out of favor. Cool, bring him to us. I'll take him.
He really stunk the pitch, man. Like in the last game, he was so bad. It was.
He's got no. Eddie Howe defended him today, though. He did say that St. Maximin is a player that the way he is high volume, bare energy, he needs rhythm. So he said this is a chance for him now to impress in the next few games. Let's see.
Okay, so I want to talk about before I go to the Merseyside derby. I want to talk about Man City and Aston Villa. Manchester City.
I've got my qualms on that.
Losing to Spurs. Listen, I don't think they should look. They haven't won against Spurs at their ground for a while now. We know that. And my problem in this game is that they didn't create enough chances, and Haaland really was not in the game. Here is one stat I heard on the radio the other day. Normally, the striker of Man City touches the ball between 40 and plus times during the game. Haaland's average touches are 20 or less in games. He scores 25 goals. But that shows you that somebody else on the pitch needs to get these touches because they are passing the same amount of passes. So who's getting them? They're the fullbacks that tuck inside. And I'm going to keep saying it. Erling Haaland will score goals, but he takes away from how the team is playing. And it's not his fault. It's Pep Guardiola's fault. These are stats that people talk about. Haaland doesn't touch the ball enough. He does not get involved enough. He tries to make runs behind. A big problem for Man City, and that's why they concede goals. That's why they don't create as much chances as they did in the last seasons. People don't want to...
I'm just going to say one thing, though, yeah. I expect City to smash them, innit? But Man City's been better away than they have been at home, in my opinion. I'm just going to say one thing, whether you like it or not. Aston Villa's away record currently is very, very nice. Do I think they're going to win? I don't know, but I'm just going to say this. Unai Emery. Now, if there's someone that can absolute low block and play as shit as possible just to annoy you and frustrate you, there's your man. He is a more evolved Sean Dyche. That's it. And I think he's gonna do that. I think if any managers learn anything from that Tottenham game is as well as anything, bro, just sit back. I don't think they got much ideas.
Sit back, hit in transition, and when you've got Watkins and you've got Bailey who have got pace and they can run behind, they can stretch, they can ball carry. Villa, and I think even Daps, I think even Sam has mentioned it in the past. Mo, I think you were one of the ones that mentioned it on a show we did time ago. When you play Man City at the Etihad, right, they are going to have a lot of the ball. However, they will always give you opportunities in transition. I'm not saying that you will score, but you will always get 3 or 4 or 5 chances where you get the ball and you're running at the back four. You know it. One pass through that midfield and all of a sudden, like, you're running into space. Aston Villa with Douglas Luiz and Kamara holding it in there. If they get the ball released quickly to Watkins and Bailey, they can cause them threats. That's what I want to say. I'm not going to say they're clinical, but they can cause a threat, like Cass said. I do think personally, though, that this is the time that Man City need to bounce back and really put on a performance. Like, you've lost to Spurs, you've got the Arsenal game on Wednesday, which is a huge game. If you need a win, this is like, in a whole season, I'll probably say this is one of their biggest games on Sunday, just to get some momentum going into that Arsenal game. You want Haaland to score. You want KDB, who was on the bench last week, stepping up because he will start. You want Riyad Mahrez putting in another good performance. Will Phil Foden come off the bench and make a little impact just to get that morale going? They need something. And I feel like Sunday, 4:30 kickoff, you'll know what Arsenal have done as well. There's different types of pressure, but also Man City will need to deliver. I think this could be one of them games where they're ready to go. And if they score early, it could be one of them Haaland hat-trick days. You know, when them games against Aston Villa, like he did a few weeks ago, I can't remember who they played. Wolves, it was like a Wolves on a Sunday, and he got a hat-trick, and it was like the game was done by 60 minutes. If they score early, they could punish Villa, because Villa, for me, last week against Leicester, they gave away a lot of silly passes playing out from the back, and Leicester just pounced and scored their goals that way. You don't want to be doing that on Sunday against Man City. So it's either going to be sort of one of them frustrating games and Watkins in that counter and they put them under pressure and they could nick it, like Cass said, or City are going to fly out the traps and say, right, Arsenal, Wednesday, we're coming.
You know, I'm interested to see what Pep does. This is what I mean. I think City fans are sick of seeing a Kanji now. A Kanji Ake. Like, what are you doing? Like, I wonder if Ruben Diaz and Laporte actually find
it might be, you know.
I do wonder. Ake, put him at left back. Cool. That should nullify a threat. Kyle Walker in it. I would maybe protect Rico Lewis just a little bit more.
They need a bit more of that. When you're going into a game like the Arsenal game and what happened to the club last week, I do feel like what Cass is saying, you need to get your experienced players back in. And Mo, you might turn around and say now, well, they haven't played for a while, so they're not fit enough. And why would you risk it against a team like Aston Villa? But if you're not going to play them now, you're not going to get many other opportunities to play them. You're out of the Carabao Cup already, the finals there. FA Cup, you're not going to play them against. You might play them against Bristol City, but that's a few weeks away. We're talking about now, you know. Yeah. So when there's no,
I think Alvarez needs to start. I think Alvarez will absolutely kill them as well. Just, I don't know, figure out something. KDB should also start. I can't really see Villa doing much. All I'm saying, I think they'll shithouse themselves way to something. But
let me ask you both a question. Forget how many points are clear at Arsenal now? Right now,
8,
5,
8, right? 5. Okay, 5. Right,
5.
Right. So Arsenal win tomorrow, and they say City lose on Sunday. Even if they've got the game against Arsenal on Wednesday, if they lose on Sunday, are you not thinking this could be done?
I think it's done already. To the people.
I think it's done already, mate.
Wow. Here is the problem that I actually disagree with you, because it all is going to depend on the Arsenal
disagree
game
with
at home.
Yeah,
because it's all going to depend on the game against Arsenal away at the Emirates. If they lose that game, City, I think City will win against Aston Villa one way or the other, right? But however, Man City fans, they lost a little bit of the confidence, and you see it on Twitter, you see it here in the chat. People are saying we're going to win, but they're not as confident as before. But it all depends on the Arsenal game. If Man City don't win against Arsenal, I think the league is over. At the Emirates, it's over.
It's crazy, isn't it? February, you know.
It's over. Because they will be 11 points. 11 points with 15 games left. 15 only. That's 11 points. And I actually think that because Man City after this, they have Forest, they have Bournemouth, they have an easier run. You know what I mean? They don't have a tough run. However, Arsenal as well, they don't have that tough of a run after this. And I think they got to be okay. They already played Spurs twice. They played Man United twice. You know what I mean? They played Man United twice. They played Liverpool away. So it's not that tough for them. The games are not as hard.
In essence, then, Mo, you disagree with Cass, but you kind of agree, because if you're only saying that it's one game week after that it could be done, you're basically saying the same thing.
But it's not this game, though. It's not this game, because I think even if they lose, even if City don't win this game and Arsenal win, okay, but still City win against Arsenal, it's 7 points on paper. 7 points means 2 losses and a draw.
Arsenal can afford to lose. They got a game in hand as well. We're all forgetting that against Everton at home. It's Arsenal's power to lose. I don't believe in this City team, and I don't believe they're going to go forward and do a madness.
Yeah, that's it. Me. Do you believe, Mo, like what Cass said, you know how City have done it in previous years? Do you believe right now that City can go on that run where they put 10 wins together? Do you believe that?
Let's look at the games together. Okay, we can look at the games.
I love that. I felt like you was like the teacher there. Calm down, everyone.
Let's look at the games
let's
together
get the pen and paper,
because I
bro.
want people in the to see the games as well, right? They have
Hmm.
after they have Villa at home, Arsenal away, and then they have Forest away. Forget the Champions League. They have Bournemouth away, and then they have Newcastle at home, Crystal Palace away. Okay, all of these games are winnable other than the Arsenal game, right? And then they have West Ham at home. They have Liverpool at home, Southampton away. Are you telling me they can win
I don't
almost
think
of
that's
these
as
games?
easy as what you're thinking, you know.
You
Yeah, I
think-
don't have faith. I don't personally. For me, I can only speak for me. I don't have the faith in City to go do a mad run. I just don't.
Something's changed, Cass. I
And
agree with you. I
if
want them
they
to.
prove me wrong, if they prove me wrong and go do it, then
Yeah,
it's
same.
like it's
Bro,
whatever,
I'm
isn't
gonna
it?
come on here and
Yeah.
be like, you know what, big up Pep, because I want them to prove me wrong.
I agree
want them
with
to
Cass.
go on this run.
I
They
don't.
are. I agree
don't-
with
I
Cass
don't-
here. So
wait,
this
whoa,
this
wait,
statement is
hold
very good.
up, Mo. You want them to prove you wrong?
No.
Yeah, I do not want Arsenal winning this league.
Oh, whatever, man.
Yeah. I want City, but will
Huh?
they? I don't know.
Hold on, you are in the mix still.
What do you mean we're in the
Oh, Mo, don't try and give the comments false hope and try and do this to me and Cass.
I'd rather Arsenal win the league than City.
You do.
Okay, fair.
Okay,
Yeah,
Cass.
fair.
Why did you change your opinion?
Because City's our direct rivals.
Hold
Liverpool,
on.
I bloody hate. I
What
can't
is this guy
stand
talking
Liverpool.
about? The whole season you're telling me you wanted City to win the league.
No. I can't stand the
Hold on,
fans.
Did
I
Gunnar,
can't stand.
did Lee pay you or something? What happened behind the scenes? Did Lee pay this guy or something?
Hmm?
You,
No, it's
you
not
were
that.
only
It's not-
all
no,
the time
no,
that you don't want them
no.
to win the league.
I don't want it to do a three-peat. I don't care that we've done it twice. Maybe it's different because I'm around a lot more Manx now and everything as well at the same time. But it's just like,
okay.
no, I don't want them winning another title. I don't want them closer to our Premier League titles. I don't want none of that. I don't mind a different team winning it. Yes, I
I
might.
wish none of them were involved.
Look, Liverpool have dealt with that. They weren't even that bad when they won the league. Soon as the season gets started next season, that
Arsenal with the
Arsenal
league,
stuff,
Cass. Them London, you're not gonna hear that.
it don't matter. I don't live in
Oh.
London no more, so I don't care. But I'd rather Arsenal win the league, and I'd rather take it on the chin because it gives me it's a different season, meaning different content. And you know what? When they got all the chess saying, "Oh, we're league winners" and that, and they do shit,
go and
they do
defend
shit.
But you did
It's
change
like-
your
it's
opinion. I just
cool.
wanna understand because you really were hating Arsenal fans bragging and saying that we're the
Yeah.
best.
But I don't like Arsenal fans like in a way. Obviously,
I think you came to your mind, to be honest.
I-
Because this
no,
is
I'm
the
just-
actual reasonable thinking. This is the
I don't
logical
want-
thinking.
yeah, look, I don't want my direct rivals winning.
3,
You get it?
because
Arsenal-
you still
Arsenal
hold
are my
that
personal
record.
rival. For me, my personal rivals, obviously Liverpool and Arsenal because of where I've grown up and everything. But our direct rivals to Manchester United are both City and Liverpool, and that's it. Don't change for me, and that's it. So that's why I'd rather them win the league.
Hmm.
And to be fair, I'm not going to win this battle anyways because Arsenal are going to win it. They got 2, and if they do bottle it, it makes it even more juicy for me. Do you understand? I'm the winner of both scenarios. Yeah, so that's it. That's
man.
Make sure you smash a like, people. 177 of you in here, so make sure you keep subscribing, liking the video as well, man. Happy Friday, all.
Yeah. Happy Friday, people.
Yeah, smash the damn like. We're not even on 150 likes, man. Come on,
We're
man.
not?
Two away. Make sure you're subscribing.
You know what? We might get
We're
it now, to
nearly
be
on
fair,
7K,
with the Merseyside derby talk. We might get some likes now.
Yeah. The Merseyside derby. I'm gonna let you guys talk about that game because this game is so weird. Both teams are actually I know the game. Everton won the game, but they're still shit. And Liverpool
Yo,
are so
I need
bad.
Sean Dyche. I need Sean Dyche to come out there with a game plan.
Yeah, I
hit
think
the
the boys
hand.
got a good display.
Do you remember?
Hold
Do you remember?
on, I didn't know that Thiago's injured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thiago's injured. And do you not remember, right? Sean Dyche is the manager that ended Klopp's unbeaten 65-game run. And he's the one that was nearly punching up Klopp in the touchline. This is personal, you know. This is personal.
I can't lie. I can't lie. With Thiago being out, I'm smelling a midfield of Fabinho, Henderson, and then Keita, and I'm thinking this is a recipe for absolute shit. Who else is there? Who else is there? They could put Bietic, Fabinho, Henderson, or Keita. I don't care what trio they got going on. All I know, they've lost a dictator, right? And they're gonna play their IC3s. They're gonna be playing a Nana. Tristan Gay, and who's the other geezer that they had as well?
The Corey.
Corey.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
And I tell you now, yeah,
alive,
if
man.
there's not if there's a time for Sean Dashboard to come in at full effect on an away day, it is this
Perfect.
time.
Yeah.
And I can't lie, I think this might be the nail in the coffin for fans if they lose Everton. If they
Oh
lose.
my
It
God,
is
Bailey's
Anfield.
saying no Bezic. So who's gonna play in the midfield then?
They got no options. Oxlade-Chamberlain, where is he? He's injured again.
I don't know.
They might have to run back to James Milner.
Oh my God. This is what I'm saying, man. They're gonna press hard. They're gonna
You know
break.
what? Yeah, Cass, the only worry for me, yeah, because I actually
Man.
agree with you that I think this is the potential time that Everton will time Liverpool right. However, Calvert-Lewin, I think the drop-off from Calvert-Lewin, yeah, and his performance last week against Arsenal to Neil Maupay is so dead. And I think if they're on a counter-attack and they get some crosses in without Van Dijk there and, you know, Matip and Gomez moving a bit, I think Calvert-Lewin would be perfect, but he's got hamstring strength.
Big
Don't know.
up Grizz in the comment. He's saying, what time for me to come and drop a like?
Big up,
Hey,
Grizz.
Grizz, man, I don't even know. I want to know, Grizz, if you're still here, please tell me, are you confident on Monday, man? I get that the 12th man, but are you confident for your team? Like, any Liverpool fan at that, because I'm not. I can't lie. Look, I'm a United fan, and I'll completely put my agenda forward. Cody Gakpo, don't give a damn about. He made his debut yet. You got Angry Nunes, you know, Angry Carroll. Not really, don't give me much luck. I think I've got this odd feeling, though. Salah's going to turn up. Salah's going to turn up. And I think who else? Wait, who else have they got in the front line?
They got Nunes, Gakpo, Harvey Elliott, but now Harvey
And Jota
Elliott
might be on the bench.
Harvey has to play in the middle now. Harvey Elliott.
If there's a man that needs to turn up and be like, this is me, it's got to be Mo Salah, man. Their left back, though. The thing is, Everton's left back and
Grizz saying they're winning 2-0.
the left back and their pairing don't give me confidence around what Salah could possibly do to them. Trent he's a Liverpool lad. Robbo's got the passion. They should be fired up for this. They should be, but are they going to be? Is Liverpool Anfield? It hasn't been rocking this season. It wouldn't. Like
Yeah,
your team, it's
rocking.
hard to get yourself up. But against this one, I think results go out the window. It's your derby, innit?
Yeah, it's a derby.
It's a different game.
Yeah.
Just go out there and do your thing. Next game be shit then.
I think it's one of them ones as well, though. Do you remember the Emirates? Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you remember the Emirates like a few years ago, just before Wenger left, when Arsenal were playing at home and they started going like 1-0 down in games, the crowd was like turning. I'm not saying that Anfield's gonna start turning, right? But I do believe that after the run of results they've been on, if they do concede and go 1-0 down in this type of game, it ain't gonna be pretty. I feel like there's going to be some unrestful fans. And I think that's something you don't really see at Anfield. So they need to turn up Monday night. Everyone's going to be watching. The timing of the game's perfect. Everyone in the UK will be watching. Sean Dyche's going there with kind of no pressure. And Liverpool have to deliver because everyone would have played before them and there's teams around them that might have got results. Will Mo Salah step up? I don't know. No shots on target in like 4 games. Cody Gakpo hasn't really had a sniff, and like Cass said, he's been poor since he's come in. And their midfield's not great, and even the defense. We talk about Liverpool's defense normally being brilliant. When you look at Robertson, he's not firing on all cylinders this season. Trent Alexander-Arnold didn't even start a couple of weeks ago because he had a knock. He's not firing. You got Konate out, you got Van Dijk out, you got Gomez who's doing twerking up competitions, and then you got Matip as well, who's not really playing like he did last year. So, like when you go through their starting 11, Mo, and we forget their names, Liverpool, are Liverpool's players actually on form and if any of them performing? The answer is no.
I swear to God, I was going to ask you the same. I was going to ask you man to man, the midfield of Everton, they walk into this, especially with Thiago injured. So I think they walk into that midfield. Now,
facts.
The forward line, Cody Gakpo, would you take? Who would you take? Would you take Demarai Gray over Cody Gakpo? Probably.
I probably would right now. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Of course, Calvert-Lewin and Darwin Núñez are both like shit at football. Darwin Núñez is a little bit better, to be honest. But
yeah,
I think back 1 year ago, you would not take one Everton player into the Liverpool lineup. Now, if you think about it, you might.
You're taking like 2 of them. You're putting 2 of their midfielders. You're putting 2 of their midfielders straight in that team.
Alexander-Arnold, and we talked about it, and again, he's not having the good form. And I was asking yesterday, we were talking yesterday, and I said, and I wanted to ask you this question. Alexander-Arnold, brilliant in crossing and passing, but defensively so weak. Speed-wise, we saw Mitoma just passing the ball next to him and just running next to him. You know what I mean? Like, so in the system that does not suit Trent, that he has to run, defend, cover defensively, is he actually the right option for this Liverpool team in this day and age?
was up at he is, but the team's not performing. So then it makes players that attack and wing backs maybe look a bit worse. But they all need to step up. Like we just said there, if you go through the team, the 11 players that are going to play, who's really on form? None of them. We just said it. They're talking about an 18-year-old Bajetic who's not, or Bajetic, however you say his name, who's not even potentially going to play in the game. You've got Thiago potentially out now. So, like, I'll be honest with you, Klopp needs to say something. He needs to get Jordan Henderson in there saying something, who's his leader normally, and he might potentially play because they need something. Do you know what? It might just be one of them games, Mo, where they just score a shit goal, yeah, and they just win the game 1-0 through the shittest goal, which will annoy me. But it might just be one of them random games, man. But, bro, Liverpool, if they don't win that, we just said about Liverpool a moment ago in playing Newcastle next week. Newcastle could win tomorrow, then Liverpool might not win Monday. Then they're going to play off. So, bro, it's a big game, man. It's a big game because you know what I'm saying.
Some dickhead knows my name, my actual government name, decided to ask me, I heard you want a barbershop. Like, who's trying to prank, man, fam?
What, is that what your voice note was?
Nah, it was someone that called me, like, do you want a barbershop? So someone that probably watching this, gave someone my number, knows my actual name.
Okay.
God, the world's small, man.
I don't mind, fam. I started laughing. It was kind of funny.
I want to show you guys the form of Liverpool, right? After that Leicester game they won in December 30th this year, they don't have a win in the Premier League. Guys, they lost to Brentford 3-1. They drew Wolves 2-2, right? That's in the FA Cup. And then they lost to Brighton 3-0 in the Premier League. And then they won against Wolves, that was in the FA Cup. And then they drew Chelsea in January. And then they lost to Brighton 2-1, right? That's okay. And then they lost to Wolves.
Premier League win was the 30th.
They haven't won a game this year. They scored only 3 goals, Liverpool. They haven't won.
I tell you one. They've only scored 1 Premier League goal this year, 2023. And guess who scored that goal?
That's in the Premier League.
Chamberlain. Yes, in the Premier League. That's Oxlade-Chamberlain. They've only scored 1 G since the start of January.
Yeah, that's against Brighton. 1 goal, man. This is worrying, man. And then people are telling me that Jurgen Klopp is not under pressure.
Under pressure?
Mad. When you put it like that, fuck.
You Liverpool fan think he's going to be here next season. Like, if there's new owners and stuff like that, who said that they want Jurgen Klopp?
Liverpool fans, on the screen now, I'm showing you the form. And let me tell you the games that are coming to Liverpool, okay? Ty, I'm going to go game by game, you and Cass, and tell me what is
win, lose, or draw, yeah?
Exactly, okay? Liverpool against Everton at home this Monday.
Draw.
Cass.
Everton's winning.
Okay. Newcastle away.
Draw.
Wait,
Newcastle at home?
So
yeah.
They play Newcastle away. So Newcastle is at St. James Park.
Yeah, all right, cool. I'd say draw.
They play Real Madrid at home. That's in the Champions League.
Don't care, lose.
Okay. Crystal Palace away. They play Crystal Palace away.
Oh my God. I think that, you know what? They might jammy win that.
That's one of their bogey teams.
Yeah.
Draw. They don't win that. Wolves at home. They just got slapped 3-0.
They'll win. I think they'll win that.
Man United at home.
No, they're losing still.
Okay, Bournemouth away.
They're winning that.
Fulham home.
They should win that.
They should.
Why? Based on what?
Jota, Diaz, and them lot back.
Yeah. Jota, Diaz, all them man are back.
Yeah, I'm trying to time it with the injuries.
Yeah.
So let me ask you the question another way. If they win against Everton, does that change everything in the coming games?
No, they're shit.
So it doesn't. If they win against Everton,
me.
If they win against Everton, I don't think they go to Newcastle.
It depends how they win against Everton.
Okay. So if they win convincingly, you think they can get some momentum?
Oh, it's a derby. Everything goes out the window for me. It's like Tottenham. Like that was their biggest game of the season against Man City. So there you go. Why didn't they turn up against Arsenal? It's a blip in the matrix.
Okay. No more games to do, to be honest, but.
That's perfect, though. Hour. We've still done an hour anyway.
Yeah. So
man, I've got to go clean.
Some of the other games, of course, there are other games, like, but these games are not like there is.
Save them for your Saturday night show.
There's Fulham, Forest. That's a done game. Southampton, Wolves. I think the rest of the games are not great.
I can't lie. James asked me, "Are you going to Anfield and win?" Yes, bro. I don't believe in Anfield right now. We're fucking 100%. You man up like differently. I can't lie. I don't care who it is. Yo, if you want Liverpool, we win there again, man. It's if there's a time to win there, it's gonna be this season. I tell you that for free. We're gonna have all the ball as well, all of it.
I think.
I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna sit tight on that until it gets closer to the time. But I love Cass's energy on it.
No, but I'll be real. I'm not losing. Anything other than a win is an L at Anfield right now.
Woof.
Bria, one of our members, she's saying Klopp has credit and deserved time. The question, however, is whether he is the right man to rebuild a new squad. I think that's a question mark. The new owners may not trust him spending their money. I don't think they're even getting new owners. I don't know why Liverpool fans think that they're getting new owners now. It doesn't look like they're gonna sell the club. They're just gonna give a little bit of a
He
percentage.
deserves a
stakes, I think.
chance, but I'm telling you now, he isn't going to get long after that.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
either
so.
turn it around or you don't, and a new manager comes in before the new players that come in want to leave because they don't like Klopp. It's always players over manager, man.
Always. But anyway, we got 165 likes and we still got 175 people
Perfect.
watching, and I think we've done an hour 10 minutes. I want to thank everybody that has joined us in the chat. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Today there is nothing again, as far as I know. Something might pop up, but might not. But tomorrow, the extra time debate, 9:45 after all the games. We'll talk about tons of games, of course. But from all of us here, guys, anything you want to plug in? Anything you want to say?
Rivals back on Sunday as well before the Man United Leeds game and the Man City Villa game, 12 o'clock. And then I know Cass and Daps obviously normally do the call-in show as well on Sunday nights.
Yeah. I
man.
might be. I might not be there. I don't know.
Yeah, but if not, we'll do something anyway. And yeah, man, everyone have a blessed Friday, man. Get your chicken in, get your chicken and chips, whatever you're having for takeaway tonight, man. Because we're gonna have some good Prem games tomorrow, boy.
Yeah. And people, as I say, please leave a comment after this video is done. Underneath the video, wait until the video is done and leave a little bit, like just something for us there. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you guys soon. From all of us here at Never a Foul, thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. And we'll see you soon.